Hello, official pal. Merry Christmas to you all. This year, Brunya, the brutal. What am I talking about? This is the Tap Send Brunya Achedia from Tap Send to you. All you have to do is to send $200 or 200 euros or 200 pounds, and you stand an instant chance to win exciting prizes every Thursday to the end of the year. So what are you waiting for? Send the family members the money. Let them also celebrate Christmas. And by doing that, you also stand a chance of winning exciting prizes from Tap Send. And the grand draw is on the 29th of December, where you stand a chance of winning air fryers, blenders, televisions, a lot of prizes, and free air tickets, 5 of them. Tap Send. Send the people the money. It's easy, it's convenient, and it's reliable.
Everybody check now. Check it. Check it. Check it. Check it. The beat is real. Don't wait, make it kill ya. Get your green select glucometer and check it. Sugar level, check it. Check it. Green select glucometer. Check it. Push sugar level for check it. Check it. Reselect glucometer. Everybody check now. This advert has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Emre tudo nani etena ka mu kwanten akotonyo mabegu ye shop mu se ubenya ni nyina ofako enno so ya asem foforo owo so to mfa akosi kaswa ne mpatamu anase achimota la pass ekosi nsawam. Jimmy Dale is your one-stop shop distribution for wholesale and retailers. Safa drinks, insure, enyane, anasa ade bia wo pebia. So ukoton kwadia enye bebia wo se wutumwa eye Jimmy Dale. You can locate Jimmy Dale Ventures at Giga Junction inside Soto, or call us now on 0208-920-996. Jimmy Dale Ventures, the official sponsor for Sammy Flex TV.
Sikampedede country, that is where we live at here in Ghana. Our money doesn't like bluffing, so you don't have to talk much. If you have it, just keep quiet, spend it within your circles, and keep quiet and sleep. Don't do so much noise for people to know that that is the policy we live in Ghana. Sika MP Dede, according to our president Nana Danko Akufo-Addo. Meanwhile, we have a lot of stories to talk about today. We will be talking about Wizkid's failed concert here in Accra. And we just came back from Sierra Leone, that is the capital of Sierra Leone, Freetown, where Shatta Wale was featured on this year's Ecofest Music Festival, aka the Conquest Edition, the MVPs. We have so much to talk about today. You just have to relax, tell them cool, and be part of what we are about to do. My name is Sammy Flex. I'm not going to be here alone. I have a 3-member team to do this today. I have Roland Amate, who was with me in Sierra Leone, that is Freetown, for us to do our reviews. Then at the other side in Team Build Solomon, who is also here, and he was at the Accra Sports Stadium, where Wizkid gave them a no-show. What really transpired? What really happened? These and many more are the issues we'll be talking about. Let me also say thanks to Digital Rasta. You can call him Currency. He is on camera. Richie Flex is the editor, director of the show, as well as Emmanuel Ofori Lapiji, who is the producer, with Gideon Nilamtesin as our creative director. With this, then you should know that the show is set. Everything done cast. We can do our thing here on the show. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show, and let us read from you do whilst you are watching this. Remember to also share with your people because this is Showbiz Daily. We do this with the people. We do this with our people. And I wanted to be one of them. Welcome. And Chamo, how's the weekend though?
Yeah, very hectic, but we are good. We are good. Yeah.
Hectic weekend, eh?
Yeah.
Accra was hot.
Accra was hot.
Yeah, I know the weather has changed a little bit.
And then
the rains are gone.
Yeah. And then the events too. So going through everything, I mean, it was hectic, but we are good. We are good. Yeah.
Everything is set. Ro, how was your experience in Sierra Leone as well?
It was a very interesting experience. Being in the camp of an artist or being a media attaché in very close circles like that. The working experience, the traveling experience and everything coupled with it being in a different environment is something that it is worth interesting or exciting to talk about. So over the weekend was an interesting, like, experiential weekend for me where I enjoyed myself.
Okay, so before we even start, I think I want to say thank you to some two people. First is Jackie Boateng, Jackie Boateng, who is based in the US of A. She has been a good friend and a good sister to this family, that is the Sammy Flex TV family. Last week, Wednesday or Thursday, no, I think it was Thursday or Friday, one of them.
I think Friday.
It was Friday,
Friday.
Whilst we were discussing how to get some of our people to go for the Wizkid show and the fact that they were not delivering tickets on time, she decided to sponsor one of our own, that is Intim Dodo Solomon, aka Chemo, to go do the report from us, and really and truly she did. And Chemo was there. Chemo will be giving us all the happenings from the Accra Sports Stadium, where Wizkid was supposed to have performed for Ghanaians, but something happened. Meanwhile, we also want to say thanks to Charles Ni Amamensa. You can also call him Shatta Wale, who decided to sponsor some of my people from Sammy Flex TV once again to go experience his show in Sierra Leone. And we had a good time whilst in Sierra Leone. Sierra Leone, though not fully developed as a country, coming back from years of war and some 1 or 2, we had a good time there, knowing the difference between Sierra Leone and in Ghana. The fact that we are better developed than they are, the fact that we are far advanced than they are, but still we had a show. Shatta Wale gave them the show, and we will be doing the reviews here as well. Because Roland was there, Roland will start with the reviews from Sierra Leone, and let's listen to what he adds to it, because this is it. Sierra Leone, they have an interesting country. Looking at how they are structured, their capital far away from their airport. Yeah, you know, like the capital is far away from the airport. Oftentimes, the capital would have the airport. But this time around, if you want to do road from the airport, that is Lungi International Airport to the capital, Freetown, if you want to do road, like 4 hours. So we decided to do a ferry, which is like 45 minutes or less, and that was the experience. That was beautiful, knowing that Charlie, what we plane was you right from the plane, you're going to sit on the sea or on the boat and do that journey to the capital. We had a good time. We lived in a hotel called Bintumani. And I hear that's one of the finest hotels in Sierra Leone. Very expensive to live. Owned by Chinese, so even their TV remote, you would see only Chinese on it.
Right. You own the TV, yes, and the interface is all Chinese.
Everything written there was Chinese, so you see open, and there will be Chinese under open. Like everything there was like that. Yeah. So they tell you that this is for us. Even the no noise, you know, when you go to a hotel, they have no disturbance and all those things. Apart from the fact that it was written in English, you come back and you see what Chinese
representing.
Even air conditioning remote. You pick the air conditioning remote. Everything on it is Chinese.
Now there's no English.
So if you are not like a frequent user of the air conditioning and you know how the remote is, this money case at Brasa me down the ice shish. Next time we may see how you see. Yeah, so interesting place. It was okay. It was okay. Ro, take us there. The show, everything there, summarize everything for there. And maybe because Chemo was not there and he would want to know something, just as some ordinary people would also want to know. We also listen to him as well.
First, I mean, it was a very interesting journey. I would say we experienced all the three aspects of traveling in terms of traveling by road, by air, and by sea.
Yes.
Yes, when it comes to the Sierra Leone trip.
Yes, traveling by road, by sea, and by land. Oh, by air, sorry.
By air.
Yeah, no, you are right, you are right. In one journey, everything
was included, and I would want to say shout outs to Shatta Wale and a big thanks to him for making this possible. This is something that any other artist can also emulate since he's doing it. Arrangement from Accra to Sierra Leone, that is the Lungi airport, was top notch. In fact, all the connect from here to the place was okay. Aside the
Charlie, shout outs to the immigration man.
Yeah.
They gave us some VIP treatment.
Especially the one in the KIA Kutuka International Airport were very, very receptive.
Yeah, this time around. I know what you're wasting.
But it was top notch. In fact, I like the fact that they respected the fields and everything and the kind of privileges that came with it. It was a big shout outs to them. So contact from the organizers, right from the Lungi airport to the ferry, then to I think they did very well. Looking at the challenges that we faced even at the Lungi airport. The conveying.
And the moment we came out of the airport, we were nearly mobbed.
The crowd was serious.
We were nearly mobbed. I think there are videos there that my people can share. We were nearly mobbed.
The crowd was
people
serious.
facing us, people trying to take Shatta Wale up and down.
It
wasn't easy.
It was
they mobbed us, so we had to retreat
and re-strategize.
Yes, we had to re-strategize. Let them close. The airport is like that. It's just
one entry, one entry, one exit.
Wow.
Yes, that is at the arrival.
Yeah.
So they will just close some iron gates which you can even jump on. You can jump over or whatever. So when the moment we came out to come see, the whole airport scattered. People were lined up already waiting for Shatta Wale to come out. They started mobbing us and we had to go and keep Shatta Wale behind some kiosk. Bring the car that we were supposed to go board, the vehicle rather.
Closer.
That we were supposed to go board to the ferry. They brought it now in, so we would just walk in it. Charlie.
So
Shatta Wale security had a tough time. They are hard guys. No, you can't them.
They are Rambos.
No, Shatta Wale security. Hey, shout outs to Large, shout outs to Guy Man, and shout outs to the top Shatta himself. They are hard guys. They didn't feel like they were in another man's country.
No. They were in control of their
if they had to give you small,
they will slam you. Body slam.
Hey, Charlie, no, these are hard guys. I swear.
It was very interesting. I would also want to give the shout outs to the organizers for how they handled the whole situation, looking at it, and to where the place that we lodged was also a very Bintumani was also a very nice place. Amidst all the challenges that we had. Now back to the events, the main event. So we were all in high expectation of a very huge, grand event. In fact, the perception or the picture that we had here, even in Ghana before we moved to Sierra Leone, was huge. We had very, very high expectations, and the fact that this is one of our topmost artists in the country that is traveling. So we were expecting not a usual stage, probably one that we usually see here. We were expecting that if an event organizer is going to take the pain of booking an artist like Shatta Wale from a different country amidst all his demands and all those things, coupled with the challenges that they have. You know, you mentioned about the fact that it is a developing country, and they, due to one or two reasons, they are even underdeveloped. So they obviously have their challenges. So if a promoter is taking the pain,
not knowing they also have power issues like Nigeria.
Yes. I heard about that one.
Yes. No, I didn't know.
My friend,
So if you're in the hotel, to put I didn't know.
And even electricity is not in all places. So when you get out of the main city, like the Freetown, the other place, they don't have electricity. Most of them don't have electricity.
Wow. No, I didn't know. I thought it was only Nigeria suffering that.
No.
Amidst all the challenges that they had, they've been able to take the pain to book an artist like Shatta Wale. So the anticipation there was very high, coupled with the promo that we even did on this platform. The anticipation was very high. The whole setup, the whole event phase was very beautiful. A very beautiful music concert. In fact, they've been able to keep that image, especially in the minds of people internationally. But when we got there, I would say the caliber of events did not actually meet my expectation that much. Looking at the artists that they put on bill and the way they made the whole event look, I was expecting more. The events that we witnessed in Sierra Leone was one that we see on a daily basis, especially in Ghana. Especially if you're a frequent event goer. That kind of stage and event is something that is very, very usual in our environment. So, but nonetheless, I think man still, since he respects his profession and all that, still honored their invitation and just went to entertain his fans and all the music lovers there. I like the reception from the crowd. Performance was top notch.
Yeah.
In fact,
as usual, Shatta Wale is energetic.
He brought his A game, and he went into a party. I like the fact that even before he was introduced, the crowd was there, but the energy he brought on stage was able to revive the crowd, and he was in a party mood transitioning from the opening into when he was playing his lovers kind of playlist into the streets, the gangster and all that. Man was able to entertain the crowd, and I like it. I also witnessed one or two performances from the other artists that were billed, and I think that performance-wise, the show was top-notch. Setup was okay. Looking at the whole face of the event and what we met at Sierra Leone, setup, especially the stage. I like the size of the stage. At least it was able to give the artists huge room for them to also move and interact with the crowd. Interact with the crowd without even being mobbed easily. Even though there were some challenges, even in terms of even a fan evading the stage, but the size of the stage at least minimized all those effects when it comes to events and fans evading the stage and all that. It was very good. Sound was normal to me. Lights and any other setup was very, very normal. And I would want to say congratulations to them for putting that together. That is also to say that I would wish that this event would have more investors, because I believe there is still more room
but already
for
I saw UBA and other
Orange
big companies,
and all those huge companies in there. So if it is investments, that is probably their problem. I would wish that they will go all out to get huge investors, because there is still more room for improvement. I wish they could have done better in terms of coordination and production and all those things. I wish they could have done better. One of the challenges that we realized even on ground was publicity, even publicity for that event in their own environment. Elsewhere in Ghana or in another man's land, publicity was so high that even we that were moving from our country to the place had high expectations from there for the event. So I would wish that moving forward, if probably maybe they don't know, but we can also tell them that the kind of image that we have about Ecofest happening in Sierra Leone is bigger than what they actually providing. So if that is what is their challenge, then they should make sure they invest so much in it so that they can create that. I witnessed a normal music concert, but not an experience. I was actually expecting to have an experience. But what I witnessed was a normal music concert, as a frequent event goer have seen over the years. But all the same, good luck to them, or congratulations to them.
Okay, now cool. Because so this was at the airport, like we said earlier. The moment we arrived at the airport, at the Lungi International Airport, this was how we were faced. This was what we were faced with. Fans who would not just allow Shatta Wale to walk, and it wasn't easy. They wouldn't just allow him to move freely. And this was how we were coming out, and we came out and looked at this. The crowd almost coming in to face us, and oh Charlie, these people, they don't have much regard for their police officers like that.
Police,
it is nil.
It is another conversation for another day.
It is new and it wasn't easy. So the people started coming and we had to go hide just at the right.
Sister,
yeah, some lady. This lady was all over the place. I don't know what she was looking for. She had to be pushed away just to make room for Shatta to walk freely. Media people same way. Hey, Red Macho Man.
So I Red Macho Man.
We know his story.
We know his story. The Red Macho Man.
Yeah. So look at outside of the airport.
Yes.
So many people there waiting for Shatta just to see him. So this is what we're talking about, the barricade or the barrier. So
this is the only thing that separates the airport from
the
road.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
That's too close.
Yeah. So here we had to close it. At this stage, the place was closed.
It had to be locked up.
Yes, it had to be locked up just to make sure we push the people.
Shagzy's.
Oh yeah, Shagzy presented hugely there.
Wow, good one.
Yes. So right after this, then we went to the ferry to book our ferry to the main capital for our hotel, Bintumani. Yes, Chemo, any question? I was there. So this is also the ferry.
Yeah.
We were not on the canoe, please. Before someone said, we were not on the canoe. We were on the boat. We were on the boat, about 45 minutes ride to get to our place and the show itself. Yes, I think Roland said something right. When you hear Ecofest Music Festival, which is an annual event in Sierra Leone, you see it big. But I also want to believe that they had a change of venue this year.
Okay.
I think that might have affected some things. Because it's our first time, we can only judge with this. But they had a change of venue. They have been doing the event over the years at their sports stadium, which is like our Accra sports stadium here. But unfortunately, the hotel, the stadium is going through some renovation. So they couldn't do it there this time. They had to employ the space of SFLA Academy Park or something. That was where we did it. And of course, sizable number of people came, all right. It was good. The people who came had fun, but we were expecting maybe a much bigger space and everything that was to do with the stage. Some African countries also represented hugely, Nigeria, and I think the other guy, Guinea Conakry, right? Yeah, the guy we met at the airport, he was from Guinea Conakry. And a good number of people came. So it was okay. In short, we can only say thank you to Shatta for making this experience possible to us here at Sammy Flex TV, and encourage other artists. Sometimes when it happens like this, I know some people will say, oh, it is because people are closer to Shatta. Yes, we might be closer to him, but we are not close to someone who would want to also get us to do this for him or her. Any artist who would want to go somewhere and say, oh, I'll need some back-to-back reports from your team. We are open. We are open and ready to work with anybody. That's why we are saying, just as Shatta was able to do it for us, it is our prayer that other artists would also be able to give other people some opportunities like this, and it will be a good thing. Chemo, if you have any questions,
I think
you can ask me.
It's a good thing, and then you didn't get chance to experience their media.
No. We only had an encounter with some media people at the airport and at the event grounds. But media, as in interviews, radio, TV. No, we did not see much. And again, we are also thinking, because the organization and the people did not push for that, we could not bother them like that. So that one, we did not have any more experience
and
like
then
that.
We heard that a lot of artists were on bill, like they were supposed to perform. Where they all get their chance to perform?
In fact, the major ones that we knew were also part of the bill. I can mention Falz, the bad guy from Nigeria, and AV also from Nigeria. But AV came, but Falz, we did not see him there. We did not hear he performed earlier. And there was one female artist from Liberia also.
Stasi. No,
Stasi is in Sierra Leone. She's also big in Sierra Leone. But there was one big artist from Liberia. I think she was also there to perform, and some other people. It was okay.
Of course. You can never escape that one.
Yeah. So it was good. It was good. Sometimes you just have to go out there to test your international power. So Shatta, like some people have been saying, is a local champion. It's not. all the way in Sierra Leone where development might not be even tops. He has some fans there, and it was a good feeling doing that with him. It was good. Thank you. So if you were there, you can also add up. If you were not there and you want to ask any question, feel free. Like we say, we run an open door policy here at Sammy Flex TV. Our number is always on the screen for interaction. You can link up with us with your questions, your reviews, and we will surely vibe, be it WhatsApp or call or anyhow you want to get to us. Feel free and let's have a vibe. But let's come to Ghana. Let's come to Ghana, and Chemo will be our rep here because Chemo was at the Accra Sports Stadium where he witnessed the field concert of Wizkid, Starboy.
The what?
The field concert. Yes, of Wizkid, Starboy. And you see, I wish that viewers of this channel, especially our brothers and sisters who are Nigerians, would pay attention to some of the things we say. That nobody speaks out of hate or nobody speaks out of hatred for anybody. We speak out of experience, out of our knowledge, and out of the information we have. These are the 3 pointers that we always use to speak. I remember over the weeks, anytime we mentioned Wizkid's show on this platform, we were sounding caution to them. And if someone is watching us and the person wants to be very objective, the person can say this. From the past 3 weeks or maybe less or more, anytime we've mentioned Wizkid experience live in Ghana, we were doing that based on caution. We were doing that based on the fact that the experience we have when it comes to stadium shows in Ghana might not be very palatable to you if you don't do it right. We were talking about publicity, how they were doing intense publicity for the show. Where I had that banter with Roland saying, oh, Wizkid will go for media, blah, 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 to promote it. And I told him, bro, he won't go for even $1 million. I know he won't do it. Really and truly, he did not do it. And as it stands now, we are hearing this and that and all the angles. We're going to exhaust them here. The fact that Wizkid has released a statement, what he has said, the organizer's statement, and other prominent people in our showbiz space, what they're also saying in relation to the Wizkid field concert in Ghana. To us, we are not jubilating. I think Chemo did a poll or a teaser on Sammy Flex TV, and already I saw comments like, hey, this is what Sammy Flex. No, that's not what I want. That is never what I want. I rather want them to have gotten it right. So by now we'll be talking about, oh, Wizkid has failed here, he has failed there, he has failed here and there. And here in Ghana, he has been able to fail it too. But unfortunately, because someone did not listen or someone was not paying attention, it did not happen like that. And we are not happy about it. No, we are not. Because this is not the kind of stories we want. We want every top artist to feel like when I go to Ghana, Ghana will welcome me warmly. Not in this instance of Wizkid complaining about this and that. So Chemo was there. He will give us a picture of how the place was looking like. That is the Accra Sports Stadium, how it was looking like. And we will also be asking our questions, bringing in the different angles we have seen and heard online. Chamo, you were there. Thanks to Jackie Apia and Jackie Boating. How did it go?
By the kind courtesy of Jackie Boating, I was there. And it wasn't a nice experience or what we were expecting. I mean, yes, I said I wish I would go and experience the whole event and all that. And yeah, indeed, I went there, but Wizkid were nowhere to be found. So I didn't experience or I didn't get the kind of things that I was expecting anyway. But yes, I was there. I went there early. By 6 I was there.
6 p.m.
Yes, 6 p.m. I was there. And
but you are the guy every event organizer would want to deal with.
Yeah.
By 6 p.m. they are punctual.
Yeah. I was there. So I went through the process, get my tag. I even brought the tag here. So
So this is Chemo's tag. This is a great tag. So this one was for which
for the general access.
Oh, this one was the general access.
Yes.
More or less like popular stand.
Yes, popular stand.
So this was the popular stand.
Even for the popular stand, they have general access.
But how were you able to remove it without it tearing?
Well, I didn't tighten it on my wrist, so.
You didn't tighten it. You made it loose.
Yes, I made it loose.
So you could remove it.
Yes.
Oh, I see.
You
did it yourself?
Yes.
That's why. Because to them, when they are putting this on, they know you can do this, so they make sure
handcuff.
it is handcuff that the moment you try to do anything,
handcuff.
okay.
Yeah. So yes, so I got in there around 6, as I said, and then after going through the process, so I just went in there, sat down, waiting for the thing to happen. In fact, they have announced that they will start at 6. So I was like on time when it comes to that thing. But just when I got in there, nothing was happening. It was like few people now entering, but I mean waiting that others will come for the whole show to start. But we sat there for a while, like 7, 8, before we heard sounds. So that time they told us that, or some people were saying, oh, they are doing the sound check now. So around 8 p.m. They were doing sound check.
Okay.
Sound check. No. So I took some videos that I posted on my Twitter, and then also,
I heard the video did magic.
Yeah.
So many
a lot of yeah.
In fact,
I'm sure that video came to Twitter first.
It was serious.
I think
it was serious. Like
now the first ever video on Twitter.
Twitter, yes.
Yeah, I heard the video really trended on Twitter.
Twitter, yes. People were.
So these were the empty seats you captured, and this was around what time?
Around closer to 8:20 or something. Like when they started doing the sound check. So at that time,
sound check was at 8:20.
Yes.
No, this is not done.
Not
sound check at 8:20.
Yes.
Event that had been publicized to start at 6.
Yes.
You rather come to do sound check at 8:20.
Yes.
No, that was terrible.
Yes. So that was the first sign that no, something may not go well or something is not going well. But we stayed there for. So after the sound check, I think by 8:39 thereabout, they are done with it. Still they had some small issue, but yes. So after the sound check, then the DJs, they started playing songs, like dropping songs here and there. Then we were still there till 10. In fact, I remember at 10 something, I think at 10:05, I tweeted that we are still here, but nothing has started. Even all the artists on bill, no one is performing.
That's at 10:05.
Yes, at 10.
Not even a single stage had been introduced.
Yes.
But had the MC been introduced?
Yes, the MC at that time
was on the stage.
Was on the stage, and then the DJ will play a song, and then he will do his hype things. And so after 10, let's say like 10, getting to 10:15, then we had the first performance, but not from any popular person or the artist on bill. It was like someone that I don't know. I didn't even hear the name that
such people are not introduced. As a matter of fact, when you go for such shows and those artists who don't have any branch, they just put you on the stage and just go and perform.
Do your own thing.
If you are able to do something good, then they'll come and mention your name. That was if you come and you hear Poto, put your hands together.
So after 10, that the unknown artists passed through. After that one, then there was like a little activities on the stage at that time. Huge stage, 360.
Yeah. I think
the stage. Yes.
Thank you for reminding me. We have to give it to the organizers.
Yes.
Their stage was very elaborate.
Yes.
In fact, the setup was very beautiful.
Yeah.
The fact that they knew there were some people who were going to be far from the stage, so let's raise screens for them, so they could be watching from
there. But 3 screens.
Wow.
2 on stage, like the square one. Okay, I could only see 2. Anyway, maybe they had other one at the other side, but 2 huge one on top, and then 1 down. Like that one wasn't hanging. They have mounted another platform closer to us, and then there was another screen there that you can see what is going on. If you can see
stage
from
was
afar.
an elaborated one.
Yes,
and
yes.
Really, it looked beautiful. Like this was an international standard kind of stage. I don't know which people did it, but whoever provided the services for this stage, they did well. I remember when they were building it, we saw them using about 2 cranes and all. So the stage there,
yes,
let's give it to them, and that is where Wizkid's press release or apology
makes sense.
will be.
it will be some way. Yes. So huge stage, nice
really
one.
Enter into that particular apology from him.
So the activities on stage started around 10, as I said. So after the unknown artist, then for a few minutes, then the first artist on bill, Last Mate, came on stage, did his own thing, but it wasn't that energizing. Yes,
the reception was not that big.
No, it wasn't that big. Like people were not responding to him. The energy at that time was low. You can't really feel what is going on. But I mean, let's take it as a build-up. So after him, then Yao Talk also came in. Yao Talk did his thing. He was also okay, kind of, not like we were expecting or some of us were expecting. I mean, we wanted the energy at that time. Come on, everybody enjoying themselves, and then we moved to the next thing. But it didn't happen. So after Yao Talk, there was a break for a while. I mean, about 10 minutes, it was just the DJ playing songs.
Okay.
Then after that 10 minutes, we had Asaka Boys also coming in to do their own thing. For me, I think Asaka Boys, they were on stage for too long. I don't know. At that time,
they did an album review on the stage?
It was too long. I mean, they were doing their own thing. And in fact, their initial reception was not that cool. I mean, the audience were not responding, but later, yes, they got it.
It picked up.
Yeah, it picked up, and they got some response. But after them, then we went like blank again. No activity. It was just the DJs playing their songs and all that. So it would take about 20 to let's say 15 to 20 minutes before they will announce another artist. So after the Asaka Boys, it took some time. Then we got Kevin Boy too on stage. And for me, I think Kevin Boy wasn't cool for me. I mean, I didn't see Kevin Boy. Not at all. Not at all. So,
Kevin Boy.
I wasn't impressed.
Did he perform with a band?
No. He was doing his audio, the playback. And
I don't know how to say this, but let me take opportunity to send out a message to Kevin Boy and his people. It's been long I met them one-on-one.
Yeah.
I think I met them in London for Ghana Music Awards UK. And I want to say without any apology that I think for some time, Kelvin Boy's presence on stage and what we knew him for is coming down.
Yeah.
I know this.
I will agree.
I know sometimes when they hear some of this, they are not happy about it. But I wish we say for them to wake up. For some time. In fact, in his last performance that I've seen, what I know Kelvin Boy for what he brings on the stage, something is getting missing with him. And if they can rise up and work towards it as early as possible, the best for him. Because without a hit song, the only thing that can sustain you is you on the stage.
Yes.
And on any day, I'll salute Sammy.
Yeah.
Sammy has not released any song in a while. Has not even gotten any big song in a while. But put him on the stage and he'll wow you.
Yeah.
Because he has the catalog.
Yeah.
His presence on the stage will do the rest for you.
Yeah.
Kelvin Boy, I don't know what his problem is. He used to be one of the finest live performers. But now give him a band and you are not too sure what he's doing. And you are telling me a DJ, and once again, you were also not sure. I have not been impressed with his last performances he's done in recent times. So please, Kelvin Boy, you are our Afrobeats, our hope for Afrobeats.
Afrobeat star.
Yes, in fact, you are our hope for Afrobeats. All the competition that we are yearning or looking for, you are our representation, our representative.
Yeah.
So if there is something you guys can do to upgrade the performance, to send us back to the Kelvin Boy of old, it will be good. And I'm saying this with no malice. I'm saying this from the good heart. I pray that you guys listen from a good heart as well. Chamo, thank you.
I wasn't impressed with him, I mean, to be honest. And then I think Jackie came in, and Jackie, I mean, she did her thing with the dancers. And yes, it was okay, kind of. Yes, I wouldn't say top notch, but yes, it was okay.
That is Jackie.
Yeah, Jackie. Yes.
Kids fashion studio.
So yeah, I think she did well too, and with the compliment from the dancers, I think it worked for her. So yes, so Jackie, yes, I will give it to her. I think overall she did well, and then Darko Vibes came in, and for me, I think all the performers, I will put Darko Vibes ahead of the others. When he came in, the audience were responding to him, like the energy at that time was high. Everybody, like, there was activity. I think he made a move that wasn't cool for me. I mean, Darko Vibes, yes.
What move was
he
that?
moved to the where the VVIP guys were. I mean, the people sitting with their things and all.
The bottomless people. Yeah.
Yes. And then he tried to involve them in the whole thing. Like, when he says something, then they will respond, and it wasn't coming. I mean, at that point, you can see that the energy is going down, because people who were responding to him, he left them. He was facing the people who were responding, like everything, like, and then he left them to the other side. You see the stage, they had all sizes. I mean, you can move anywhere. All the four corners you can move. So he moved from his side to the opposite side. That's where the VVIP guys were. And then they didn't respond to his actions that he wanted to do with them. So I think he realized it early. So he came back to where he was, and then get some vibe from the audience, and then he finished it with them. He didn't, I think he performed about 3 songs. Yes, but I think so far, I think he did it. I mean, in terms of connecting with the audience and then the energy at that time. So from Darko Vibes, we had Efia too. Efia came, did her own thing. From Darko Vibes to Efia, I think that one, it took time, but it wasn't that long. But yeah, but all the artists, before they will come in, we will have like 15 to 20 minutes without any
15
activity.
or 20 minutes break.
Yes.
Before they can introduce
another one. So they will be playing songs at some point. Amapiano upon Amapiano. At some point, Shatta Wale, Stone Boy. One Shatta Wale, one Stone Boy. One Shatta Wale, one Stone Boy. That kind of thing was going on. So yes, I mean, I'll
just
give
to feed into the rivalry
and then
Shatta Wale and
yeah,
Stone
so
Boy.
the energy will come. I mean, people will be responding. Shatta's people will be singing when it's Shatta Wale, the Stone Boys people and all that. So yes, at that point we had some energy on stage, but this time around, I think it was around let's say 11 thereabout, like getting to 12. I think midnight. Yes, like 12. Yes, midnight. 12, then getting to 1. I think their performances after I fear will be around maybe 1 or 1:30 thereabout. Then after a fear, another long break. Then the DJs started coming in. So I think they did well. They brought in iPhone DJ and other. So it was like, okay, this is the time for the DJs to party. After that, then Wizkid or whoever is the rest of the supposed to come will come. Yes. So iPhone DJ came in. Yeah, he did his thing. I mean, it was good. Yeah, that guy blending the songs, do some Ghanaian songs, and then we'll do Nigerian songs, and sometimes do some throwbacks. Yes, do a lot of throwbacks and all that. And people were responding track after track. Like sometimes when he drops, then people go yay. So you can see the energy. But when it is taking so long, then you know that no, there's something wrong. Yes,
because I know the iPhone DJ kind of vibe. Yeah, his maximum will be like 15 20 minutes. Yes, he's done. It just comes hard to party with the people. With the people, and then we continue. But it took him more than that. I mean, about 30 to 40 minutes, the guy was still on doing his thing. So just after him, then the resident DJ, the DJ there also continued from there. Then at that point, I was like, nah. And Rich was around what time? Around I think around 2:30 there about. That was when iPhone DJ Dems were performing. It was 2:30. Yes, 2:30 there about. So at 3, I remember at 3 I also did a tweet and said that, oh,
we are still waiting for Wizkid. It's 3 a.m. I did that tweet.
Yeah, that time they knew he was not coming.
Yes. So at
but
3,
you were
we were still.
And I was so habit.
Yes.
In fact, I was even going back and forth with him to exercise patience.
Yes. And I was also feeling like if I leave now and the guy comes,
you would have lost.
Oh, no, Lucy. My train about 3 minutes now bear. No, I will still see that kind of thing. And then looking at where I will be going, it will be difficult for me to even get
at that time.
car and all that. So why not? I have to stay and see what will happen. So hoping that he will come even at 3 a.m. And then after 3, then the songs were just going on. The DJ will be dropping song at some point. He will drop like continuous amapiano for some time. Like he will drop. After that, drop back to back, and then later some DJ, a new guy came on stage and they were saying that that's Wizkid's DJ. So that one to also give us some kind of assurance that if his DJ is here, there, why not he will come?
Yeah.
So he also tried something. He even did a performance with a band, like the band they have the sax. And then they are kind of trumpets and that kind of thing. So they will be giving beats and then the guys will be playing alongside. And it was nice anyway. It was nice. But they also did it around that 3 a.m. Did their thing to, let's say, 3:30. Then they also went off stage and then the songs.
As the iPhone DJ.
Then the resident DJ came in, also doing his thing with the audience. So at 4 a.m., people were at that point saying, "Nah, I mean, this is it. The guy will not come." So people started coming out from the stadium there.
Yeah, I think I saw some videos.
Yes.
I saw even Shatta. I saw some prominent people as well.
Yeah.
Who were there coming out when they realized.
Yeah. At 4 a.m.
So on the screen,
people were convinced that no.
A video of the people who were. Is that the stadium?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the stadium.
Okay. Yes. Oh yeah.
That's the stadium.
These are people who were angry and were leaving the Accra Stadium. In fact, disappointed people who were mad and they were leaving the Accra Sports Stadium after the Wizkid no show. So this was like 4 a.m.
Yes. People started leaving, like more people were leaving at 4. Some people left maybe after
from 1 to
1, 1 to there, but it wasn't much. Like some few people who were feeling like, oh well, maybe he will not come. Let me go. Then, But at 4, then you see a lot of people coming out. So at that point, everybody was like, nah, he will not come. And the point is that the organizer didn't announce that he is not coming. No. So
the organizer did not announce?
They did not announce. They did not say anything. So
it was just that they were just leaving?
Yes. They were just playing songs.
MC did not mention
it. No. In fact, at some point, the guy will come and say, "Are you ready for Wizkid?"
When are you ready for the big quiz?
Oh yeah,
guy won't come.
Then, like from time to time, the time that they were playing songs, then from time to time, this guy will come and then shout with me. Let's wait for the Wiz, and then he will say whatever, and then nothing happens. Nothing happened, and then so after 4, like people were convinced that even if he comes, we are going. That kind. At that point, there it was like, this is it. Yeah, we have to leave. Yes. So that's what really happened. So people started talking, sharing their opinions, views, and why it didn't happen and all that. Yeah. So it was sad, but yeah.
So this has been Intim Dode Solomon reporting from the Accra Sports Stadium for Sammy Flex TV. And this is unique, beautiful report sponsored by Jackie Boateng from America. The end of the news. I'm going for a commercial break. When I come back, we start business news. We are done with the entertainment news from Intim Dode Solomon giving us updates. When we come back, we go to the business. Now the first business news we're going to look at is a post from the organizers, and Richie Flex will give me that. We are going to analyze everything after the field concert. Then we will see how best we can allocate blames. Because some of us, hey, when we say they say Sammy Flex is a hater of Nigeria. I'm not. I send caution because of my experience in this game. I've been around for long ago. I've been a newspaper editor. Oh no, don't let me start from an editor. I've been a newspaper reporter. Entertainment rose to the level of an editor, newspaper editor.
Right.
So that's the reporter. No, writer is the reporter. Then I rose to the position of the editor. That was when I owned my own newspaper, Flex Newspaper. Go and check it out. It's online. You can get information. Then I became a managing editor. I started as an editor, became a managing editor. Then rose to the position of a presenter or a broadcaster, a manager of a media firm, radio, TV, and I'm here. So what else can you show me? So when I say it, it is because it is for real. Rich, let me see what the event organizers, that is Live Hub Nation. This is the first tweet that they put out, or first post, maybe not a tweet, a first post in the form of a presser or something that they put out. They say, "Dear Live Hub Nation, Wizkid breached his contractual obligation last night. We sincerely apologize for the inconvenience caused. We will issue full refunds to all who paid for tickets. Please send your barcode to the livehubinfo@gmail.com. Thank you, management." And this is what we saw from Live Hub, and Live Hub sent this one to us, saying that Wizkid breached his contractual obligation last night, and that they sincerely apologize for the inconvenience caused, and that they will issue full refunds to all who paid for tickets. Please send your barcode to the livehubinfo@gmail.com. So, Chemo, that's why I was coming to ask. How did you buy your ticket?
I bought it online through their website, but I paid with Momo because they had that option. So you input your name, your email address, and then the Momo number that you want to use for the payment.
Yes. So that's how you bought it.
Yes.
When you purchased it finally, what did you get? Because they are saying a barcode that I want to know how you got yours.
So they sent detail that congratulations that you have bought a ticket, and then they sent a copy of the ticket to my email address. So when I opened it, yes, you will see the name, then there's a code there. I don't know, the ticket code or whatever you call it, or if that's what they are calling
the barcode, I want to believe, yeah.
And then the price of the thing.
Of the thing?
Yes, the price of the ticket is also.
So you bought how much?
I think that is 275.
275?
Yes.
And I know ordinarily Chemo will not spend that money to buy a ticket.
No, press out there. So big house to Jackie. She did it for me. So I want to put it out. So I'll send it to Richie to show the ticket.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's true. Yeah, because there are some people should send it.
Yeah.
Someone can abuse you. So yes.
Then you let's
Currency was smart there, I think. So let's keep it there.
Yeah.
Now that they are saying, okay, first of all, how do you understand this? You were there.
Yes.
How do you understand this information that Wizkid breached and that you have to send your barcode for a refund? How do you understand it? And have you done it? Have you tried sending your barcode to them?
I have not sent the barcode because I don't even understand the meaning of the barcode they are talking about. But I have sent 2 emails already. Yes. And my message was, you guys should do the right thing and refund.
Chemo, I beg. Follow the process.
I will follow. But before I follow, I'll have to also disturb them small. So I decided to send them.
That is if someone is even reading the mail that you have sent. Yeah, Peter.
And email number every morning be about. But yeah, yeah. But anyway, I will still send.
No, so let me ask. How do you understand this? How do you understand this?
Yeah, I don't know why they are putting it like this. I mean,
Richie,
it's
bring it back again. I have some understanding. Yeah. I don't know if the understanding is right. Richie, bring it back and let me see. I have some understanding. My understanding is that this might be coming from the ticket managers.
Oh yeah, sure. This is the live hub is the organizers.
They are the events
organizers.
No, I know, yeah. I know. Yeah. But this particular message.
Yeah. So this is coming from them. The live hub nation will be the fans, referring to the fans as live hub.
The event outfit is live hub entertainment.
Okay.
And now their fans is the live hub
the
nation. Yes.
Yeah.
So referring to the fans.
The fans.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it is clear. My doubt is clear.
Yeah.
Because this is what I know. That's why I was contemplating.
Yeah.
When you have an event with a ticket manager, and things don't go well, the ticket managers don't give you the money as the event organizer.
Yes.
That's why I was contemplating, because I know of a story like that abroad.
Yeah.
Where the event did not go well, so some people started requesting for a refund. When it happened like that, the ticket managers, they will send you, the organizer, an email letting you know that because the event did not go well, that people are requesting their funds, they are not going to pay you the money.
Yes.
So initially I thought
that was the case.
Because of how it started there, live hub.
No.
But now the nation makes me know that they are talking to
the fans.
Okay, so they are saying Wizkid breached their contract.
Yeah.
And he said that one too. How do you understand?
I mean, we don't need to hear that. They should rather be explaining what happened, why Wizkid did not show up, what is his reasons, if they have any idea, or they have contacted him, they can't find him, they can't reach him or something. But just to say that he breached his contractual agreement, and so what? We want him to come and perform, and you had contract with him and he didn't come. So tell us what really happened, or his reason not coming. But they didn't say, just that he has breached the contract. And what would that one do, give us or do to us? So I think I'm not cool with their this thing, this message. I mean, they can do better. They should have been telling us that, okay, Wizkid was in Hotel A. We contacted him that we are ready, but he didn't respond.
He was not far from the venue.
Yeah, because his DJ came in. The DJ came in there, did his thing. So what again? So we should be getting explanations. I mean, just to say that we're breaching contract and then like, so what? That's why I'm not buying their message. I think it's too short, and then no explanation also in there. What really happened, we couldn't get anything from them. And when we were at the stadium or when we were at the event grounds, no announcement were made. I mean, we just stayed there. When we are tired, then go home. That was it, and I don't think it's cool.
Ro, how about you? How do you also understand this statement from the organizers?
It's very unfortunate. In fact, I see it to be very short. I agree with Shamu. In fact, this to me means nothing. This to me means I even feel this is even a disrespect to the patrons who went for the show. Went for the show on the night. Because if you promise me an experience and I pay for it and I come and you don't honor your part of the bargain, then you tell me Beji Usika. Like, I feel it's an insult. Because yes, I come there simply because I want to patronize whatever service you are trying to render. Then you tell me because that did not happen, I should come for my money. In other sense, what you are also saying is that the time that I even spent moving myself from my house to the place that you asked me to come. You didn't respect that time, which I could have used it. It is not about the money. They should know that aside the money refund, which is also part of the whole fracas, the other one has to do with the respect for the fans or for the patrons who would spend their time or leave most of the things that they will be doing just to respect the fact that you are doing something and move to the venue. It is not about you saying, okay, because Wizkid broke his agreement, just we are offering you a refund. How about the time that they spent over there? Can you refund that time? Can you refund any other thing yes, they could have used that time for? So it is, to me, they should give a better explanation. If they thought releasing this would calm anything now, I even think that anybody who, if anybody who paid money directly to go and witness that event, when you tell this person the person will be pissed to the core. Because what do you take the person for? It is and then it only means that you respect the person's money and not the person themselves, and it is so much not done. So I think that this is very short, and they should give a better explanation than this one.
Well, how about you? How do you also understand this statement coming from Live Hub, telling the world that Wizkid breached their contractual agreement and therefore they are ready to refund monies to patrons who bought tickets for it? Now, let's also go for Wizkid's presser or apology, as you may want to call it, with the headline, "Love You Ghana," with our Ghana flag emoji. Okay, that's our Ghana flag, and of course, some love emojis there as well. Let's go read this one as well. So this is Big Wiz talking. Listen. Ghana is a country I hold so dear to my heart. First and foremost, I want to apologize to all my fans. You all know I would never do anything without a serious reasoning behind it. My brand is something I don't joke with. I sincerely apologize to everyone who made the effort to come out for me last night. I was charged up, looking forward to doing this show. However, please understand that every decision I made coincided with honoring my fans, and would only make a drastic decision like this because it was the right thing to do and I had to. Unfortunately, up until the day of this show, there continued to be safety and production issues that prevented me from putting on a high quality show that my fans deserve. My team and myself are working on delivering a show to my amazing fans in Ghana. It will be just us, me and you. Date and details soon. Love you. Shemo, you were there. You paid 275 Ghana cedis to see Wizkid. This is what Wizkid is telling you. How do you take this message from Wizkid?
Well, this one too is not good enough. I mean, the reasons being the reasons that he give the production and safety issues, like, so
when other artists had performed
earlier, yes.
Okay.
And at what point did you now realize or notice that there were safety and production issues and you can't perform? I mean, it will be too late for you to do that consideration. So I mean, it's not good reason for you not to perform. I mean, I understand him based on safety there. I mean, you can't joke with your safety, but I'm thinking, at what point did you get that feeling that you will not be safe, or it's not safe for you to come? And at what point did you notice or had that this thing, the feeling that the production is not up to standard, or or something that you think you can work with? At what point? Because right from even the I think afternoon before the show, he tweeted on his account, Twitter account. He said Accra tonight on stadium. So even at that point, you were still not sure of the production and the safety, or at that time you were convinced that everything was okay. You can't just consider safety and production just a few hours to the show. How? You have to come in early, do your checks to know that this is what you are looking for, or your people can come in and then feel that okay, this is good enough for you to do. And your people came. Just that they came late. I mean, if you are doing sound check at 8, then you can see
sound check
at 8 p.m. I mean, come on. The show that was supposed to start at
6.
At 6.
Unless the show is start like 12 midnight.
Yes.
Then you can say, okay, you still have some luxury of time to do sound check.
Yes.
But if the show is advertised to start at 6 and you're doing sound check at 8, I mean, that's your first point of failure.
Yes. And even at that time, we don't know the communication between you and your
organizers.
Team.
Okay, on
the team that came in to check for you and do stuff on your behalf. I think at that time you could have announced that, my guys, my fans, I love you, but the sound is not going the way I want it to go, so I can't make it or I won't come. Something you can announce before whatever, even you didn't hear anything. So I will assume that your team, they were happy with the sound. They were happy with the production at that point. Because you didn't say anything at that time. We didn't hear from you, so we were just waiting for you. All for us at as late as 4 a.m. Then you didn't show up. Then later you come out to say this. I mean, how am I going to take it? I think it's the reason for me as a fan or as somebody who wanted to experience Wizkid, this cannot satisfy me.
Yeah.
It's not good enough. I'll understand him. I don't know the kind of consideration he makes before mounting a stage or doing his show and all that. No, but this is not good enough for me to just say, oh, okay, because of the sound. So at what point are you going to be transparent to your fans and say that if you see this, if you see that, it means it is not meeting the standard, so I won't come? We don't know that. You are the one just deciding. And so if you don't want to come, you can just say that the sound is not good enough. I don't have good the safety. I have safety issues, so I won't come.
Yeah.
That's why.
But was their sound good?
I mean, it was okay.
It was perfect.
Yes, at some point you have hitches here and then when they were performing. I mean, that one day
it happened.
It happened at some point, but in general, I think it was okay. If I will not say it was perfect, but it was okay sound. I mean, the same thing that Dako Vibes and then Jackie and others, Efia, that's what they used, and at that point we were okay with it. But as I said, him and his team, they have their way of doing things, so I don't know their standard when it comes to sound or production. So it will be their thing, but as a fan and as an observer, I don't think it's good enough. Just that he in the message he said that he will organize his own show. So maybe so at that point, who are those going to do the sound for him, and are we not going to have the same issues and all that? Yes, that's some of the things that I think it is difficult to accept this kind of apology. Yes.
Ro, how do you also see Wizkid's apology?
Brasame, it is not enough, but I would say his is even better than that of the organizers.
Yes.
Comparing the two.
No, this is not enough.
Yes, though this is not enough, but this is better than what the organizers give. In fact,
what makes it better?
From my position, I'm even disappointed, even in the presser that the organizers gave or the statement that they gave, in the sense that Wizkid cited two instances that has to do with safety and production. So he has been able to be a little specific, not detailed, but a little specific. So what patrons who were disappointed wants to hear is that this is an agreement between a promoter and an artist who says that, okay, let's go and plead with Chemo and his or his people for them to come and patronize whatever service you are trying to render. When we were having that agreement, they were not there. So should anything go wrong, it is our obligation to let them know, unless there are some tight NDAs that none of us can disclose. Else, it is our responsibility to let them know that, okay, on the day we set up everything, but it rained. That was beyond our control. or there was
what they call force majeure.
Yes, or there was a natural disaster or something that was really beyond our control, which could not let us give you whatever service we promised you. Now, Wizkid cited safety and production, which to me, if you should ask me, I would say that any artist who decides to forgo an event or ditch an event with these two things, I can hold a little brief for the person, because safety and security is one of the topmost priorities when it comes to event production or holding an event. The moment, yes, no matter how much you've paid the person, you can't bring the person in a very hostile environment and because you've paid the person, still expect the person to deliver. You, even in the right state of frame of mind, the person wouldn't even be able to deliver to your expectation.
Exactly.
So if an artist, based on safety, the fact that he feels he is not safe, so assuming I want to hold an event here in Sotio, and I want to bring Shatta, Wale, I want to bring Sakwad, I want to bring Stoneboy, yet I can afford his charges and all his demands, but I am not able to provide enough security even at the event grounds for them to even protect an artist of his caliber, then he can obviously ditch, because whenever he gets to that environment, it is very hostile and he is not safe. You understand? So on that sense, I would want to understand Wizkid from that point. Now, the matter of production, so I would also understand him from that particular point, because when it comes to event production, every artist, depending on their brand or the level of their brand, has their own requirements. And that is an agreement between the artist and the event promoter. So we take Global Citizen, for example. You would realize that when Asha came on stage, before Asha came on stage, everything was cleared off stage.
Yes.
Everything, including the band setup. Everything, microphones, a camera, everything was cleared off stage.
I remember I was there.
And a different set was brought on stage. So these are the artists' sometimes specific requirements, depending on their brands and what they would need for their service or their productions. And if the event organizer or the event promoter is not able, so I tell you, okay, I need this kind of microphone. I remember Dirty Rave, when Mr. Easy brought Coffee to Ghana, they performed at Untamed Empire. I remember there was even an issue of a microphone. She needed a specific microphone, which was not here. They had to fly the microphone from US. And these are some of the little demands in terms of event production that some of these artists demand, and sometimes it becomes contention between them and the event organizer. So now, if Wizkid cites production as part of the reasons why he had to ditch the event, now we go back to ask the event organizer, okay, what are some of the demands the guy made or his team made in terms of production that you guys were not able to meet? Because when we even went to Sierra Leone, Staker, who was the official DJ for Shatta Wale, even cited some one or two, even when he went on stage to even play for Shatta Wale. You understand? But he was able to compromise, do whatever he had to do to also make sure that the event was still successful and man was able to perform.
Exactly.
If those people or the artist in question sometimes are not considerate and would want to go strictly by the book, you find yourself wanting. You find yourself wanting. Amidst all the challenges that we even faced, even at the Sierra Leone event, if man said that, okay, this thing is not up to my standard, therefore I wouldn't do. It is, yes, I know you can hold him to the fact that you paid him for a service, but hey, did you really meet the standard that he demanded? Provided he asked you, I need this kind of camera, I need this kind of band setup, I need this kind of this. You don't compromise. I don't want you to bring any other thing. This is what I need specifically. So like, now let's go back to the organizers. That is where I say that their statement is very disappointing. I am very, very disappointed in the statement they made. So now, if you, the event organizer, the artist he left Ghana and performed elsewhere. So now let's ask ourselves, what were the that is where I would want the event organizers or the promoters to come with specifics. Okay, he demanded for this, we gave him this. He demanded for that, we gave him that. And he breached. But you don't come and tell me he breached just like that.
With no details.
With no details.
Exactly.
Yes.
He breached.
He breached. But he has been able to cite two of instances where you guys fell short. So what are your counter statements? What are the things that you feel did not, you probably, maybe you think you provided, so if Wizkid is citing safety and production, when it comes to safety, in terms of safety and security, even from his hotel, we provided this form of security for him. Even when it comes to transport, we provided this level of transportation for him. SUV vehicles, buses, whatever, and even with police escorts and all those things. So if Wizkid is saying he was still having a problem with safety,
I think safety in this case will be on the stage.
Yes, that's why I'm saying that they should
safety on the stage.
So I am just making a point. So even from the hotel, we provided this and that. When he even come on the stage where he's supposed to perform, when it comes to safety, we had this number of security even at the event grounds. That is one. Two, in the stage area where he's supposed to be even before he mounts the stage, we have this level of security also at the stage to protect artists, including him. And even on stage, to avoid even evasion or whatever, we had this level of security, and Wizkid is still saying he still has an issue with safety and security. That is when I would say, okay, now let's also compare, ask Wizkid, okay, what are some of the security details that you wanted, that they did not provide? That is when I can clearly say that these two people are giving very good, explanation of whatever happened. Yeah, it could not be anybody's fault. On the day of event, we all know most things can go wrong.
So let me even ask this. Wizkid, with his kind of explanation, why did he wait for the next morning when everywhere was mad before he decided to put out this? Because when he decided that on this day people are expecting me, at this time people are expecting me, when he decided why did he not share this information? So that even from scratch we know that the organizers did not satisfy you. That's why you are not performing. Why did he not do that but waited till the next day?
So aside this example, he would probably wait till the next day because sometimes when some of these things happen, the artists, whenever they are not at fault, are always reluctant, or especially, let me say, whenever they feel they are not at fault, they are somehow a little reluctant in speaking. Probably they would want the event promoter, who is also a partner in that event, give a better explanation to the fans. Then they will couple it up or add whatever they have to it. So now, I said this example, Shatta Wale's one with in Volta region. You see, man was very reluctant in even releasing a statement. It went out to even the following day, evening before he even came on live to give his explanation. That is when the event organizers had come to give a supposed explanation to whatever happened and moved. You understand? So sometimes
that joint press release, media general,
exactly,
TV,
and everybody condoms. You get me? So sometimes, because we live in a very close environment, as far as we may be far apart, we still live in a very close environment, and the promoter that you work today can be the promoter you would be working with tomorrow elsewhere. So sometimes, looking at the relationship probably we might have built during the early hours of our conversation, I would want you to be reasonable, okay? Because as it were, aside me, who is the artist and the face of the whole event, most of the responsibility depends on you. So sometimes when the fans are looking for a better explanation, especially into details, when it comes to technicalities, they fall on the event organizer more than the artist. The artist can just cite just one or two examples and he or she is gone. And the people would understand because they know that when it comes to backstage, the artist doesn't have any business backstage. The only business the artist has is when they are on stage. So if the artist is not able to go on stage, that is the only explanation they would give. So now, it is up to the event organizer to give a better explanation. That is why somebody like Wizkid will be very reluctant. Okay, since it no happen, I no go on stage. My only explanation would be why I wasn't on stage. But it is the event organizer's duty to explain to them, okay, on that day, we had challenges from here. We had challenges from sound. We had challenges from screens. We had challenges from ticketing. We had challenges from which is what probably prevented the artist from coming on stage. Then the artist can come and apologize to his fans for disappointing them.
Okay.
But now, looks as if Wizkid is even doing the job for the promoters.
And the event promoters are not getting their communication right.
No.
Yeah. That one I agree.
Okay. Nana Banamwa, who is also one of the respected media personalities we have in Ghana, has put out a tweet, and the tweet is also really making rounds. No, Richie, I'm talking about Nana Banamwa's tweet, where she's talking about standards. So this is it. And once again, I'll ask my people whether she has a point here. She says, Wizkid is a huge star. He has standards for his concerts. If you can't meet those standards, forget. I feel bad for all the fans that turned up. The organizers failed you. This is what Nanaba is saying, that Wizkid is a huge star. He has standards for his concerts. If you can't meet those standards, forget. I feel bad for all the fans that turned up. The organizers failed you. And this is what Nanaba Namwa is saying. And questions are coming up that, what are the standards? Were the standards in whatever contract they agreed on? Was the standard part of the fact that the stadium was not filled? How do you also interpret this, Chemo?
That's the whole thing. Yes, I agree with Nanaba that an artist like Wizkid will have huge standard that he will want people to meet before he will commit or something. Yes, I agree. But the thing is, so the standard, how was it arranged? Like, how did they agree that, okay, this is my standard, meet it and let's do the job? Why should it be that last hour thing? That's my only issue here now. Last hour thing, that's the problem for me. Because Wizkid can let his people, not him even coming, follow everything and say that, okay, you are following the standard. Or at some point, you are telling the people this is what he needs. They are not cooperating. Then you tell Wizkid, the guys, they are not cooperating, let's move. Then quickly, you give a release or something that the people are not cooperating. I think I can't work with them or something. But why should it be even the fans not knowing anything until the next day or something? That's where I will have issue by somebody like Wizkid having a standard. I will agree. I mean, he's an international artist. You can compare him to any big artist that you want to compare him to. But the point is, for how long is he going to fail people, or in the name of organizers not meeting the standard at the last hour, at the last minute? Like, that's where the issue is. I mean, having a standard, I agree, and somebody like Wizkid should have a standard. That one too, I agree. But how is he managing things for people to meet his standard? That's the thing. How is he managing? I mean, he has teams that move with him wherever he goes. So he can stay in the hotel room, wherever, anywhere. I thought that people will not see him. But his people will be on the ground, working, making sure that everything is in order before you come in.
Communicating with him.
Yes.
In fact, sometimes when we go out to perform with some artists, before the artist will move, we send someone to the event ground.
Yes,
bring
exactly.
videos of how the place is looking like.
Yes.
Before the artist will move finally.
Yes. So what really happened at that time, the time that his people were in communication with the organizers or coordinating, I mean, talking and making sure that all the standard, all the production standard or whatever, the safety, how was it going? That at that point he said, okay, that's why I can't do it anymore, let's move. And at what time did it happen? I mean, that's where the issue is. I think we can't blame Wizkid too much when we don't have the details. But I mean, my point is, what people are saying, the explanation that people are giving about the production safety, his standard, and maybe it's because of the crowd, they were not big enough for him and all that. My thing is, at what point did he notice that okay, this one we can't make it? It's because of what? The standards, the production, the safety, the crowd, or what? And it was too close. That's why people will not feel happy. I'm pretty sure that if even at the time that we were there waiting for him, and then he tweeted like, "I'm not coming. This is the reason," or maybe he, well, for the organizers, I think they will lie even if he send something to them that, Charlie, I'm not coming because you are not meeting my standard. I doubt if the organizers will come out at that time and say that Wizkid is not coming, go. They will rather sneak out, because if they announce that Wizkid is not coming, anything at all can happen. I mean, people can attack them or something, so they will say they will still keep hope alive that he will come. But my thing is, Wizkid and his team, I mean, having a standard, there's nothing wrong with it. But at the point that you see that somebody is not meeting the standard for you to go, for you not to appear, I think the communication should be faster. I mean, the fans should get a signal early enough for them
now
to take
things are not going the way
you want. Something. I mean, for us not to just waste our time and our energy waiting for you for the whole day, and you will not appear because he's a big brand, and some of these things and even the commentary that will come, well, it may not be your fault, but still you will get some people not happy with you just for even moral reasons. I mean, me, I don't agree with those who go that direction, but people will say that consider your fans and come and perform and all that. Yes, but I mean, that one there is up to him. He has to decide. But my thing is, if things are not going the way you want it to go before you come, I think when you notice it early and then say something early, it will be better than what really happened.
Ro, how do you also understand
I agree the first part and disagree with the second part. The first part has to do with Wizkid having his standard. Everybody has their standard. But the other one that has to do with the organizers taking all the blame, that is where I disagree. Because both parties, yes, I cited the fact that I partly agree with Wizkid's explanation, but I am saying it is still not enough. This is where that it is not enough gets in. Has to do with, okay, you have standards, okay. If you feel people are not meeting your standard, or should anybody not meet your standard, you're also not going to honor whatever agreement you made to your fans or you have with your fans. Then let your standard be known. Let your standard be known. It's as simple as that. So if you tell them that, okay, officially this is my standard, I need to get A, B, C, D there before. So when you are, how do you call it, a patron, and you get to an event that has my name on it, look out for A, B, C, D. If you don't see them, then have it at the back of your mind that I might not show up. You understand? But these, I have my standards. The details of that standard that you have is not known. So how do you expect me to understand? That's how it is. So it is I would blame the organizers and Wizkid as well. Because if she's talking about the fact that Wizkid has standards and that the blame should only go to the organizers, then let's Wizkid also let us know his standards that the organizers were not able to meet. Does it also have to do with the number of people over there, that is the crowd? Does it have to do with production and everything? Let us know the standard. So that now you want the patrons to understand that you have a standard. Yes, so let them know the details of whatever you are demanding. So when they go, they know that Wizkid's standard here, he always expects crowd above 2,000. So if you reach there where it is even 5 hours to the end of the show, and you feel like the crowd is still not up to 2,000 and Wizkid is not on stage, you can so you don't waste your time. But all these standards and all these details are not known. So you want us to only shift the blame to the organizers? No. Wizkid will partly be blamed because he also has his name. He's also a partner to that event. Because he's also the headline artist. So he's also a partner, as it were. So he should also come, and if she wants us to only apportion the blame to the organizers, then she should also tell Wizkid to come and tell us the standard that he has, so that tomorrow, if patrons are going for an event, they know that, okay, I am not dealing with only the event organizer or only the artist, but I am dealing with both. So if I go there and I know the event organizer has provided, the artist has this on his checklist, okay, microphone check, sound check, light check, crowd is check, and the artist doesn't come, then we know who to hold responsible. But now, since Wizkid has not made a standard detailed known, we can't only hold the event organizer.
Interesting. Meanwhile, information we also have is that Wizkid was supposed to perform at 2 different places right after the Ghana event. That is one at Ivory Coast and the other at Benin, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And information we have is that he could. Oh, King Promise. Thank you, Richie. I think I was in a hurry. I think I was in a hurry. Now me could speed do. King Promise too says what? He says performing for my fans is my topmost priority. I don't take the love and support you show me for granted. What I will never do is to compromise your safety, no matter how much I'm paid for a show. It's your unflinching support that makes me who I am. I profusely apologize for last night's mishap. I promise to make it up to you really, really soon. God bless and keep you safe. Love you. And this is a King Promise who has not been mentioned in all this brouhaha. The star boy we were waiting to see was not King Promise on the night, as a matter of fact. The star boy we're waiting for is Wizkid, or was Wizkid. Wizkid did not come. Now King Promise has also joined the apology spree, and I've seen already some people giving it to King Promise woto on social media that you two are from this. Someone has disrespected your people. We are talking about it. We have not even finished talking about it. You come to add this. What exactly for? Chabo, King Promise. Were you guys expecting anything from King Promise, or have you asked anything from King Promise?
Oh, not at all. I didn't even notice that he didn't perform. I mean, we were all
King Promise out to bees.
Yes. Yes, we heard that they will come back. Them not
coming. They were going to be the openers for
yes.
Wizkid. That's why at the point when I asked you, has King Promise and Wizkid have they performed? When he said no, I said no. If they have not performed, then Wizkid don't perform.
But they were not our concern. I mean, people
I know.
there. Yes, if you come, why not? But we are not saying that Chinchina come. So I don't think he has to worry about anybody not being happy with him or something like that. I mean, he's okay. But he was talking about safety and all that. He was also talking about safety and what kind of safety.
I'm sure he just wants to join his boss to send the same reason or excuse to the people so they reduce their anger. Yeah. That's what I'm feeling.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he was chilling with the big reason.
Yes, so that was after the Field Ghana concert. I'm sure they just went to sit in their PJ, private jet things, and they moved to the next place. And the next place, we also have an issue. Now let's go to Cote d'Ivoire.
Oh, I can promise. Waka brofo.
Okay.
Waka brofo, nothing better. There's no sense in whatever I can promise.
It's what's his name? Is Efia not a friend to King Promise?
Yes.
It's Darko Vibe not a friend to King Promise?
Yes.
Jackie not a friend. So why did they not advise all of them that guys don't go because the safety of the people cannot be assured?
That's why I'm saying nothing better. Because nobody was expecting any explanation from King Promise. You are just a supporting act too. No disrespect to him, but he is just a supporting act. So does he?
It was not the reason some people.
Yes, yes. I know he can have that. He can make that argument for the fact that he also has fans and people would also want to see him since it's on bail. That's established. But then when we are talking about the real faces of the event, King Promise wasn't part. This apology or supposed apology is very needless. In fact, nobody would hold you King Promise for not coming to perform as Wizkid at Wizkid's event. Nobody is going to blame you for anything. And if he is also citing safety. You know, you see, some of these people, they are just quick to say anything anyhow.
Without putting thoughts into it.
Your event is coming up, the Promised Land event too. So if you are talking about safety, Ken Promise should be very careful whenever he speaks and some of the things he say. Because if you are talking about safety and the fact that for somebody's event, you think safety was a problem, which is why you did not perform. Now, when it gets to your event and something happens with regards to safety, then everybody has the right to lash you. To lash you correct. Because even somebody's own cry, yes, and you your own, something happens to somebody. Let's continue on. I can promise.
Okay, so some other angles is the fact that when you go to Cote d'Ivoire, a group of people are also complaining that Wizkid has done same to them. Paid him, gave him his private jet to come, and that he did not show up. The man spoke in French, and we have someone who has explained what he spoke about in French to us in English. If you are also a speaker of the language French, and you can give us an interpretation of what the man said, that's fine. Because we just want to confirm that what the lady explained to us is exactly what the man said or the event promoter said in the editorial. Let's go watch what the man said and we'll come back to listen to it in English. Then I'll ask my panel members their views on it before we wrap up finally for the day.
Croyez-moi, la salle a été payée, le jet privé a été payé. Croyez-moi, la salle a été payée, le jet privé a été payé depuis, tous les musiciens, lui-même a été payé. On ne peut pas se foutre de nous. Je vous garde. Si vous voulez laisser encore, allez-y, mais croyez-moi, rassurez-vous, mesdames et messieurs, ces musiciens, ce staff ne bougera pas tant que Wizkid n'aura pas restitué ce qu'il doit restituer. Merci infiniment, je vous remercie. Et encore toutes nos excuses. Merci.
Fuck Wizkid.
The guy said in the video that he's very sorry, but Wizkid cannot perform. They pay everything, the hotel, the venue, the private jet, but Wizkid cannot perform. That they are very sorry.
I don't know if we can describe this to be an act of indiscipline or what. Interestingly, from the Cote d'Ivoire show, as it stands now, he hasn't released any statement to that effect. Yeah. But for Ghana show, he's explained why he did not perform. Interestingly, the Ghana show, we did not have the organizers speaking to the audience like the Cote d'Ivoire show, where the organizers came to explain that, guys, we don't know what is happening. Yeah. We have paid everything, we've done everything, but Wizkid did not perform. And I hear they are keeping some of his people in a hotel that they are saying they would not let them leave the country until either they refund their monies or they say something nice to them.
Hey.
Yes.
No.
Yes. Our people could have done the same.
Yeah, sure.
What did they not do to Kizz Daniel when he went to Tanzania?
Yeah, I think in our case, we were still not sure that whether he will come or not. So at the time that everybody was like, oh, at this point he will come.
That one should not be your duty. It's the organizer's duty.
Yes.
So whether you were sure or the moment the organizers realized that it is the guy did not perform, they should have gone to stand at either the airport or at their hotel to make sure you say something nice to us, you convince us, then we let you go. Until then,
if you go that way, then I'm tempted to feel that then the organizers didn't do something right. Yes, if that's because it would have been legitimate. In fact, instead of doing that release, that bogus release, they should have just call in the police or something to. I mean,
because this is fraud.
Yes,
someone takes your money and the person does not deliver.
Yes,
it is fraud.
Yes,
it is fraudulent.
They could have reported him to the police. In fact, it has happened to him before. Anyway, I think 2016, a show in Uganda, Wizkid couldn't perform and they cited ill health. I mean, but still, The people reported him to the Ugandan police as a criminal of fraud and other stuff. They took him to court to negotiate before they will release him or something. Otherwise, they are taking him to prison for, at that time, he will spend about, I think, 15 years or so in prison if he couldn't, I mean, argue his way out or something. For even Wizkid team release a statement that they are negotiating with the organizers because why they couldn't perform was ill health. I mean, he wasn't fit to do that job. So I think they were at some point they settled for them to come to a conclusion that okay, this is it, let's do it. So if our organizers couldn't take the same route or couldn't come out with anything reasonable, now I feel that they did something wrong. That's why they are not taking steps like that to rectify whatever happened. Or maybe they are naive. They don't really know the system and how to approach a big brand like Wizkid. Yes.
Ro, we are wrapping up. This is exactly what we were saying earlier. This when something happens like that. So for the
Benin.
The
Cotonou, the Benin show, that one he was there to perform. I see.
And they met a standard.
I see.
Big quiz.
I see.
Oh,
this one he performed. But the other one, he did not. And I wonder, at what point was he going to perform at this show and the Cote d'Ivoire show? Because it looks like they are all happening at the same time.
No, perhaps it was. It was, you know, Ghana.
Yeah, after the Ghana show.
Yeah. No, all was on Sunday.
He was going to do the performance.
Yes. Oh, but he was using a private jet, so
okay.
Moving wasn't so much of a problem.
It will take him about at most 2 hours to get to Ivory Coast.
He said he's performing. He's going with the private jet, so moving. You know. Private jets don't move. They don't move just like that. Before you move to any country, you put notice there. You coming there at this time. Blah, blah, blah.
So probably they are moving. They will do all those checkups.
So why did he not perform?
So you see that brings us.
Jet is still there.
That brings us to our earlier conversation that has to do with the fact that the guy did not perform. All boils down to a better explanation. Case Daniel's own, when the fans realized that Case Daniel was not coming, and the organizers came to break the news at the last hour, they got pissed and started vandalizing the whole place.
Yes.
Now, when you even check the time these people came to make the announcement, I'm talking about the people from Abidjan, that is Cote d'Ivoire. The time they came to me, you would clearly realize that it was even the middle hours of the show. When they realized it was impossible, because if you are expecting somebody or you're hosting somebody like Wizkid, you have your contingent or your team even at the airport. And like you said, private jets don't move. Before they land, the people know that this aircraft is coming.
Yes.
So if
aviation rules,
yes,
followed aviation rules before.
And if a brand like Wiz is coming and he's coming with a private jet, then you should know that obviously the event promoters or the people hosting him have some kind of direct connect with the aviation to know that okay, is the aircraft coming or it is not coming. So the moment that communication moves from the airport to the event grounds for them to know that we don't have any information of such an airline or an aircraft landing at this time, then obviously they will know he is not coming. Which is why they would they would come and speak to the people that. And I like the way the guy communicated. If that is the explanation, is something to go by. Say, we provided this, we provided that, we provided everything he demanded, and unfortunately, he did that. He decided not to show up. It is not our fault. We don't know why. And that is a clear explanation. So for somebody who probably might have wasted his or her time to be at the auditorium, this person cannot hold the event organizer so much, but can only plead with the organizer for a refund or even have something just to compensation or something. Okay. You understand? But because the event, the patron would know that there is an agreement between the organizer and the artist, and one of them did not play their role well. And obviously, it is not the person that you are looking at that particular point. It is the other person that did not show up. So that is the person that you would seek explanation from, and not the end. Now, I like the tangent at which event promoters are now going. Maybe our people were, like Chemo said, probably were naive or didn't know how to approach the whole situation. Because when something of this nature happens, it is fraudulent. Just that, like the artist would want to even take you, the event organizer, on if you breaches their contract in terms of even payments on and all those stuff. You also have the power to also take them on when something like that happens. So he sends a representative to the place to even monitor the place before he comes. Yeah. He did not come. That person, as at that time, is just like Wizkid. Because the person is representing Wizkid, getting information, everything on behalf of Wizkid. So if you are looking for Wizkid where you know get up, you feel catch and put down. So that if they provide Wizkid or any better explanation like they demand, then that's it. If they had not done that to even Wizkid back then, I'm not sure they would have gotten a better explanation. If they had not done that to Kes Daniel, I'm not sure they would have even gotten that the other show that he decided to play for free. Okay. They wouldn't have gotten that. It would have been, okay, we billed him to perform. He did not appear. He did not honor. Case closed. Case there, like this one. Unless there are event organizers here would want to come and release another proper statement to tell us that, oh, maybe the first one will not give details, but now the case is now a legal matter and we would want to seek legal options. That is why we did not give any explanation. That's why nobody would just hold you. Everybody will be calm and wait for the outcome.
Chemo, so what is the way forward? We are closing. What is the way forward?
Yeah, I think, but most of the blame will still go to the organizers. I mean, as for an artist, they will always do their thing. I mean, what they wish for or what they want to do is what they will do. So if you are an organizer, you should be talking to them constantly. Try to do your best to satisfy what they want. So if it doesn't happen, it will not come back to you as you didn't do the right thing. I mean, yes, some artists may fail you, but organizers too, they have responsibility to meet the standard or the demand of the artist so that we will not have issues. Just the show will go on and everybody will be satisfied with whatever comes. So I will plead with the organizers more. I mean, as for the artists here, they will do their thing. But if you are an organizer, I think you should be very careful and also be ready to meet the demand of the organizer. Like prepare yourself well, go with the artists, whatever that they need, that you think you can provide. Make sure that you do that. If you can't, don't even engage them. Because this kind of mess, well, it's Africa. If it were to be Europe or even America, it would have been a different thing altogether. I mean, and Kaman will be at the city of company. So our people should be up and doing, especially at the time that even Joey Akan was crying that they should be performing here. We are losing our culture and all this. If you do this, obviously we will lose it, because when they go out there, we don't see this, we don't hear some of these things. But if they are doing it in our own backyard, these are what we are getting. I mean, it will not help anybody.
Well, a sad situation we have on our hand, but we'll see what we can do. Like Sako just said, we'll see what we can do. Anyways, to Wizkid, it is our wish that you find a way to redeem yourself. As it stands now, you are very unpopular in Ghana. On social media, on radio, on TV, you are being discussed left, right, and center. And the discussion is not a positive one. I wish that management and handlers of Wizkid will find a beautiful way to make amends. And to people who think that some of the things we say here on this channel are backed with hatred, it is not like that. Sometimes we just want our industry to go well. And on this note, I also want to say big ups to Shatta, Wale and all SM fans in Sierra Leone for welcoming us and making sure we left sound and safe. We are grateful, and another day we will surely come again for us to have a party. Let me say thanks to Intindo, to Solomon, Chemo, to Roland Amate, Digital Rasta Currency, Richie Flex, yeah, Lapiji, Gideon Nilam Tessin, and of course myself, Sammy Flex, for doing this and for also making time with us. We appreciate you. God bless you. Tomorrow we have more content for you. We are back, so more reviews, more analysis here on Sammy Flex TV. Stay safe and be protective of each other. We are out of here.